something slight for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Get my shit together. Yeah.
If I hit it one time, I'm a piper. If I hit it 2 times, then I like her. If I fuck 3 times, I'm a wifer. It ain't safe for the black or the white girl. It ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe. Tell your man pipe up, pipe up. Hands from the safe, in your face when you say. Hands turn the shit into a nightclub. Yeah, fuck with me and get some money, yeah. Ay, fuck with me and get some money, Ay, yeah, fuck with me and get some money, Ay, yeah, fuck with G and get some money. No limit, I'm a fucking soldier, ay, always lit, yeah, I'm never sober. It's been 3 days in a row, yo, coming over. Told that bitch to kick rock, she act like it's a boulder, ay, Rory, shopping, at me, copping, always popping, hella popping. She's a bopper, homie, hopping, ain't no stopping, album dropping. Got the city on fire. Bitch lying on me like she tired. I'ma have to fuck around and call Kamaya. Whole stirring up the pot, I'm a liar. And girl, I hit it one time, I'm a piper. Yeah, I hit it 2 times, then I like her. Yeah, I fuck 3 times.
You know, slight. We just fucking around real quick, you know. Hold on. We need everybody to go follow Circle the Block Radio right now.
Let people know who you are, where can they reach you, the projects you got out, and any upcoming events.
Find me on Instagram, all of that. Soulfuloops, SOULFULOOPS, and Bandcamp. That's where I drop my music. My first project is Santiago. My second project is Hiatus. I have a third project out. Well, not out. It's out on my computer, but not to you yet. Thinking about the name, I already got my artwork from my guy Paris, Optical Alchemy. Does great work. I got some of my finest beats on this beat tape, and you might find some remixes up there too. So yeah, just holler at me. I'm stay current and active with releasing projects on Bandcamp. So follow me on Bandcamp.
So over the years, you've been an edit for about 15 years now.
Right.
How many artists would you say you had worked with?
That's something I never really thought about counting. What do you mean by work with? Because this is all types of, like, you could be in the studio and help somebody write a song. You could let somebody use your studio, or
in any capacity.
In any capacity, that's got to be at least, I want to say somewhere between 50 and 100.
All right. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. So how many of those were female?
Not many, actually.
You know, the reason I ask you is because I'm trying to get some insight on the current state of female rap. Mm-hmm. So I thought I would ask a producer, somebody on the outside looking in, to kind of give me the proper assessment.
Okay. What do you mean? Clarify.
You know, like, I guess I could call this segment sexual empowerment versus sexual exploitation.
Okay.
You know, so basically I'm trying to gain some insight on, do these females perform this way because they want to, or do they feel like they have to?
I don't think nobody's forcing them to make that music. So they probably more than likely enjoy behaving that way.
You think so?
Maybe when they're older, they're probably going to regret it. Some of them probably regret it now, and they just hide in it. Or maybe they just act like that because they have like low self-esteem, or they don't feel like they're worth anything, so they just behave that way.
So I also, one time I was listening to the radio, and there was a female rapper, and she was, you know, doing the shock rap thing. I think that's what they call it. Mm-hmm. And my wife told me it was a man who wrote the song for her.
Right.
So how you feel about the men that write these records for these females that perform shock rap?
Well, I mean, Biggie wrote for Lil Kim, right? So it seems like it's more like a situation where the girl and the guy might be in a situation, and the guy knows what the world wants to hear this girl say from a male's perspective. So he just writes the rhymes for her, and I guess it's successful in the sense of they get the numbers and the sales. So that's, I guess, the mindset behind it. You just get a guy to write it because I know what's going to do it. So yeah.
But do it actually sells records? Because now we're seeing, I think it was a couple females that, they might have had the clicks and the views, but it didn't reflect in the record sales. I think it was one girl who might have sold like 5,000 in the first week.
Just do it just to go viral. Just to get attention. I think a lot of people do stuff like that just because they want attention. Like you just screaming for attention, basically. It's almost like I'm starting to look at it like you're just crying out for help or something like that. You just kind of feel bad for them. I guess some people want to do that. So it's this their lane. I got my lane, but
Right, I got you.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that men are being betrayed on a whole on TV and radio?
Well, I don't listen to the radio. I don't watch TV. I have a TV, but it's probably been on about 2 hours this year. So the only man that I know I can really observe is the man in the mirror, the one I see every day, which is me, and I think he's doing all right.
I like that, man. I really like that. So that's living proof that we don't have to follow these stereotypes that are being presented. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Do you think these females are being pushed the way they're pushed to further push the agenda of emasculating men?
Definitely there's some sort of agenda going on where all the girls is like, y'all can't talk about, y'all gotta keep being that same way. I mean, but it's not even just them, it's the dudes too, because it's all one thing. Like the OnlyFans girl isn't gonna survive without dudes that's just fiending. You know what I'm saying? So that the industry just gonna maximize on these dudes just fiend out and thirsted out. So they just gonna just give them that to just get you fiend up. Because what they say, the sexual urge is like one of the strongest of human, urges of energy. So they just, I guess that, so you just try to exploit it. Yeah. But I don't think it's not my taste. May not be morally correct, but that is the way they're making money right now.
It's like that. Elaborate that, effects. You know, so I can go straight monster mode. Yeah. 89 BPM. We're gonna go specific with that. Throw it up there real quick. Yeah. We straight? I don't even know. I just was like, yeah. Straight up. I'm just gonna fuck around with a quick shit. Yeah.
'I am not sheep, I am just a short stone's throw from the streets. I bring my offering, I will not preach. Awaken my demons, you can hear that man screaming. I'm no different than the priest. Santeria. They say that death comes in threes, how appropriate. Trying to wreck the Russian and Soviets. At the Kremlin, searching for the green like a gremlin. Presidential emblem,
Okay, so let's talk about social engineering and rap. You know, you're a producer, you work with a bunch of people. So do you feel that current artists or local artists, regional artists, are being pulled into this social engineering trap where they have to perform a certain way and behave a certain way?
Yes, I definitely can see. It's like people's minds are being played like they're on a string, like a puppet or something, just based off of the mainstream music. Like it affects how everybody dresses, how you talk, how you treat other people, and everybody's just like it's like a drone factory or something. Like everybody just follows that wave. And if you feel like you want to get on as a rapper, I have to talk about this, and this. You know, you can't talk about fixing your car, or you can't talk about going to work, or, you know, paying bills or anything. You have to stick to this template. So, yeah, definitely that way for males and females. You know, you can't, women, you can't really be modest and make money. They're trying to make it, you know, that a thing.
You gotta have a bag.
You gotta be,
You gotta have the bag.
The bag. Right, I guess. Would you like yeah, right. Yeah, it's all corny to me, but that's why I kind of stick to just me, man. I just be in my own little world, you know. I don't really worry about all the extras as far as what people doing.
Let's see. I think we got it. fucking around.
All right, let's talk about rap and the disconnect from reality. You got a lot of rappers that's rich or claim to be rich. They claim to be murderers, drug dealers, but it may not necessarily be true. How do you feel about rap disconnect from reality, and how does it affect the children?
Definitely. I just felt like Wu-Tang is for the children. But besides that, rap definitely disconnects people from reality. You go work at a warehouse and you talking about all of these Ferraris, you know what I'm saying, in your raps. I get it, but why you can't talk about, you know, something regular, your oil change or the bill that you laid on? You know what I'm saying? You gotta always just be this just mega ultra zillionaire when it's like, brother, it's alright. Like, you just want to put your hand on their shoulder. Hey man, it's gonna be alright, man. You know, you got a Corolla, or you know, you got your Chevy Trailblazer. Just rock out. You don't have to be up in the clouds all the time. Just be yourself.
And what's funny is they gotta live up to that in reality. So when they step out the booth or they turn the app off, you really gotta go outside and go to the grocery store.
Dang. I can imagine how stressful it would be if I like acted like I was like this super rich dude. So you gotta keep renting cars. You have to buy the $500 shirt because you feel like people gonna look at you a certain way.
You gotta stay in the Airbnb.
Man, you're gonna be in a mountain of debt, bro. Like, your credit cards is gonna be maxed out, but you're just gonna be looking so crispy.
And at some point, you know, the money or your resources is gonna run low.
Right.
Because you live in paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
So it's like you neglected something. You know, you neglected the real responsibilities to keep up with a false image.
Right. Yeah, that's tough. Even down to like music videos and stuff like that. It's like, I feel like some people overreach when they do videos and stuff. Like, you go to this environment that you never really at, and you get cars that you never really drive. And then some dudes, you hire women that you would never even try to talk to in real life.
Right.
It's like, or maybe you would try to talk to her, but you wouldn't get that much action outside. Like, how the music video looks is never a typical day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's, I guess, to answer your question, yeah. It makes you live in a whole nother fantasy world. That's the part of rap I'm kind of getting tired of. Like, alright.
You started. Yeah. Don't worry. Let me play a couple more just for the shits and giggles. You recording? Alright. We ready? Y'all ready for this? Y'all niggas ain't ready, man. Niggas. Come on, man.
Hey, you rich. Never ever shoot below the net. You a rich. I'm a vet. That's why I got a Glock, you got a tick. Not check. These chicks, nigga, chicks. I flooded out my paddock with a
Yes, I curved to me, yeah, for just. Need to get myself together, I'm a mess.
She eat the money like it's candy.
Alright, so artificial intelligence and rap is kind of the thing now. You see they had the Jay-Z verse that was AI.
Yeah.
So do you feel like that Jay-Z verse kind of gave AI credibility in rap? Is it here to stay? Like, where do you see the future of rap going with AI being at the forefront?
I think we could use it just as a tool. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard Beanie Siegel, you know, he messed up his voice recently, so he kind of talk like this. And he can't talk the way he used to talk. So he said that he found a AI generator that could mimic his voice to a T. So what he'll do is he'll type out a rhyme and get the AI to spit how he spit, which I think that is like the most brilliant use of AI with music. Like, you can give somebody who has a disability like a different voice, and they can continue making music. That's cool, you know.
That's a good way of looking at it. Kind of finding a way to embrace it,
right?
You know, because it's a technology that we can use. So why not find a way to embrace it? So how do you feel like it's going to affect the artists that's coming up?
You gotta know how to use it. You gotta know how to leverage it. As far as like them creating like a Jay-Z engine that can say whatever you want it to say, that's where like the legal stuff is gonna come in. Like, of course, Jay-Z's team or whatever, you know, Universal Records, whoever owns these artists' voices, they're gonna crack down on it. But if they lose, then yeah, the artist would just, I could see their shelf life just going down. Like, they probably wouldn't be cared for too much, maybe 20 years from now, because your voice would just be a template that kids use. They won't even know they forget what does this guy look like again? You know, this is just the template that comes on my phone.
Right.
But they would have to jump through a lot of legal stuff to make that even happen.
Right. So do you think the earth is flat or round?
Do I think the earth is flat? I believe the earth is flat.
And why?
Why? Well, you're not supposed to really believe everything that you get from TV and news and all that face value. And I know somebody sitting in their chair, the moon landing. The moon landing looked like something from a George Clinton music video. Come on, give me a break. And just a million other things. Like, I've always wondered, why am I seeing the sun and the moon in the sky at the same time at lunchtime? You know, like little, you know, like expand your mind, think a little bit.
These niggas combined, they can't touch me, man. Let's go.
If you
don't make it. Live life every day, click, white stripes, tipping on purpose, stuck a rolling up, stank it. Wake up in the morning, nigga, 10 o'clock, drink white. Party, bumping, let the sound get white. Take it from me, baby girl, do it, wasted. I'm so wasted, so wasted. The bar double sipping 20 more days. Right with me, keeping like a bread. Gucci, no, get that, but it's triple by the jet. keep up crazy, whole clip rolling. Everyone wasted, place a cold half white, keep up wasted, mix it, I'm a dirty that taste it. Now from my sipping stuff, ain't wasted. Walk around, just how fight. Homegirl, stuff, got wasted. Now she backstage, now she trying to get famous. She be up the deep, drinking, eating my shade. Club night, downright, Gucci, wasted. Rockstar, lucky star, might don't make it. Still a liar, every day click, wasted. Tipping on purpose, stuff rolling up, stankin'. Wake up in the morning, till the drive drink. Party, let's all get wasted. Take it from me, baby girl, do it, wasted. I'm so wasted, she's so wasted. Tell the party.